Ajak and band, thank you so much for that incredible performance. Such a privilege to watch you all perform. We have there Ajak, Coffee on percussion, Matt on bass, and Kuma on guitar. We're going to jump into a Q&A session now with the band. If you do want to ask the band a question, you can simply type it into the comments section of wherever you're watching us from tonight, or on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll try to get to a couple of audience questions. But firstly, Ajak, I read that as a child you preferred listening to talking and that it was music that helped you to speak. Can you tell us about your relationship with music and the important role that music has played in your life?
Yeah, when I was quite young, I had a problem, a speech problem. It's coming back now as I get older. And when I speak, kids will laugh at me. So I just stopped talking altogether for a long time. And so, but I sing, and I love singing. When I sing, I can't make any mistake. But when I talk, that when the problem is. So I was just a good listener, and if someone heard a song, and if I heard it once, I know it.
Music, yeah, is such a powerful way of communicating. And I understand your incredible musical memory made you the songwoman in your South Sudanese village. And music's been the vehicle for your stories and extraordinary life experiences as a refugee. You came to Australia in 1998 after fleeing civil war in Sudan. Can you, if you feel comfortable, maybe share with the audience a bit about your journey and the stories and knowledge that you're most interested in sharing with audiences?
Yeah, our life is pretty much on a paper, so there is no, as a refugee, I left South Sudan. I went to Cairo to Khartoum with my uncle, and then from there I came to Cairo, and where I managed to. I went to Seventh-day Adventist College, where there is music as well, a lot of music. And so I kept that one. So when I was young, people teasing me, oh, now you can talk, you can sing and you can talk, and I stopped singing together. So when I was then I picked it up in a church, and then when I came to Seventh-day Adventist College in Cairo, then I pick it up again and sing. And so my journey is pretty much, I am not like other people. I was one of the lucky one because I came with all relative to my uncle to Khartoum, and the rest of my family, actually, we separated with the rest of our family for a long time. I haven't seen my younger brothers until now, and so it I didn't see a lot of harming in the field in war. But I had that missing the family and the people they killed in war, and so I was really very lucky, one of the lucky one that was protected very well, and so my story just it's a pain, that everything and my hometown was massacred. People were killed. Was absolutely gone. And so that kind of stories you carrying with you and the memories is really, it's never leave you.
Ajak, there are strong messages in your work of peace and unity and forgiveness in your music. Can you tell us why these messages are so important for you to share?
Well, there is so much hatred in the world, and so, but you have to ask yourself, it's good to hate people if you are in a group, but if you're one person and be twisted at night, 10 and said, I hate that person, that person will be sleeping because he doesn't know that you hated them that much. So it is important. Revenge doesn't go anywhere. It just circle, just go around and around. And I think as we see now in our world that hatred is growing so much, there is there is no words left to be said, except people have been protesting, angry, do that, and it doesn't change anything. And I think love is a kind of a really a core, and people deny it because it's a very scary word, and if you talk about love, people think, oh, you kind of hippie and all that, but it's not all about that. If you ask everyone on the planet what the important thing for them is, love. And so I think that is the only war I could fight, because I don't have any other thing to fight with.
Thank you, Ajak. Before we get to some audience questions, I just wanted to quickly talk to you a little bit about the label that you're on, Music in Exile, which is a new initiative that's aimed at creating space for artists who work in culturally and linguistically diverse communities in Australia. On the label, also wonderful artists like Gordon Coang, who we've had here on the Sound Gallery sessions earlier in the year. Can you tell us how you first came to connect with Music in Exile? How did that relationship come about?
Well, Melbourne is very small, and so we come across a lot. And so Joe, the one who is really in charge, he invited us to come and perform. He booked us with his artist, and so Melbourne is very small, and I think that is why we become, I come across with him, and Gordon Kwang as well. I know Gordon, and so are other African artists who are now in Music Exile. So yeah, they doing amazing job I would say. And yeah.
And you recently joined PBS, a wonderful community radio station here in Melbourne. Your new show is called Come Together. For those who may not have heard the show and are keen to check it out after seeing your performance tonight, can you tell us more about what people can expect to hear musically on your show?
Yeah, the music, music is a very powerful tool to use, and I say this a lot. Art is the only thing doesn't tell you what to do. It put it out there, and you can just pick. You can learn from it. You don't want to. If you don't want to, then that's fine. If you want to learn from it, you learn. And so the Come Together is actually was the name of my second album. Come Together is to join hands, because many hands do many good things. And so the music I play is a music, change the world in a good way. Music is a universal that could unite people. It's a one thing, it's a one language thing that can unite people. So I've played the song "Change the World," and a love song. It could be a song that you met with your wife when you were young and got married to. It doesn't need to be any. It's just a beautiful music. That's what I like. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we are running out of time, and we should get to some audience questions as well to squeeze a few in. I can read them out. If you'd like to get involved, you can just type them in the comment section of YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching us from. We've got a question coming from Jonathan, who asking questions for the instrumentalists in the band. Can you tell me about the instruments you played? Maybe we start with you, Kumar. You look like you're about to go to the mic.
I mean, you can hear me. You can hear me, yeah, nice and clearly.
Nice and clear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know it's a 6-string guitar. No, I mean, this is just an Ibanez 6-string guitar, humbucker pickup, and just I'm using an array of pedals, Fender amp. I mean, yeah, it does the job. It creates different atmospheres. Maybe Jonathan message me later and we can go into the real specs and all that. I don't think this is time and place, but yeah. So yeah.
How about you, Kofi?
I play the instrument from them is called djembe. Yes, just have a strap around it that will stop falling off. And on my leg, I have another shaker here. I just made out of I would say a can. When you finish cooking your curry, the coconut milk. you can make instrument out of it. So that's what I got on my leg to play that. And the next one here is the calabash, just a gourd. And I play with a salato. It's like a shaker. Just hit it. And the next one, I think, the talking drum. Basically, that's all. That's what I've used. Oh, yeah. I sat on the stool. Yeah. That's it.
And what about you, Matt?
It's pretty complicated. It's a bass. So
Wonderful. I've got another question from Lisa, who says, can you tell us about the other songs you might be working on at the moment? Are there plans for another release soon, Ajak?
Yeah, I did a video about my that let me grow my wing, and yeah, and I'm doing some recording now. So I haven't put the album for a long time out. So this, yeah, watch out. You know, I'm recording. Yeah, and it's coming. It's coming soon. I hope so.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Peter says, I'm looking forward to seeing you perform live soon. Do you have any performances coming up over the summer? Anything locked in?
Yeah, we do. It's that Cosman Music Festival. We're going to perform
Fantastic.
on the 19 March.
Excellent. And we've got a question from Natalia, who asks, who are the artists that you're inspired by?
Wow. When I grew up in Africa, I didn't really know any other artists. I knew the people in Sudan, in Africa. And so I loved church music. That is my strong first love. And then when I came here, I discovered an amazing musician, singers, writers. Nina Simone is one person that I really like, and her work. And there are some African female as well. A woman called Sangar. She's such a beautiful, amazing singer in Africa. It's one of the amazing, more than she is famous more than she well known than Angelo Kidjo. But as I get older, I looking for, I've been listening to Bob Dylan, and I just love his philosophy. The way he writes songs, I really do. And I like his mind. It's not my style, but I really like. I really like the way you think.
Wonderful. I've got a last question here from Laura, who asks, and I think you might have answered this just before, Coffee, but what is the turtle shell style instrument that you're playing? Tell me more. What was it called? The
It's a calabash.
calabash.
Just like a gourd. There, I have my nose mask underneath. The gourd probably just like a pumpkin, yeah. Right. So you take the seed out and dry the outside bit, and they use this also for kora, for a lot of things. When you go to Africa, they use the little version of this to drink water or porridge in the morning. So, but everything is instrument. And I just play like this. When I hit it there, give me the kick drum, and there's a snare, I would say, and I have the hi-hat on top of that. So. I hope you're dancing out there.
That's awesome. Thanks, Kofi. Thank you so much to Ajak, Kwai, Matt and Kumar for such a wonderful performance tonight, and thanks for sticking around to talk to us after the show as well. Thank you so much to our incredible team who put these live sound gallery session shows together. We do have a final 2 shows coming up before the end of the year. We have Archie Roach in a couple of weeks' time, and we're back again same time next Wednesday at 7 o'clock with celebrated chamber ensemble Flinders Quartet. So I hope you can join us then and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, Laura, for having us.
Thank
you so
you.
much. Yeah. And thank you for everyone in the background. Thank you. And thanks to my amazing band, the incredible people met on a bass, and Coffee on the calabash, and Kuma on the lead guitar. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
We would like to thank you and everyone involved in this experience. For more on the Sound Gallery sessions, visit monash.edu/MLive.